not sign a commercial lease agreement without negotiating. Unlike a residential lease agreement, everything's negotiable. Usually everyone's leased an apartment sometime in their life. You get that lease. There's not too much negotiation to be had. Maybe you negotiate 1 month free or something in exchange for signing a longer 1 year lease or something. But in commercial, there are a lot longer leases, typically 3, 5, 7, and 10 year leases, and there's a lot more repercussions if you don't negotiate the right things. For example, if that location for you does extremely well and it builds up your business, wouldn't you want to control, number one, the rent and your viability of staying there for as long as you could? So there's a number of terms inside a commercial lease agreement that will govern that. One of them that we're going to focus on and talk about today is a option to extend. So number one, options to extend only benefit the tenant, right? It's basically a way to guarantee that you stay at that location for longer than the first years of commitment. So you can say, hey, I'm going to initially lease it for 3 years or 5 years, but I want the option to lease it for another 3 or 5 years, but I don't want the obligation to. I just want an option to. So, and then usually you can try to negotiate a fixed rental increase as opposed to like a fair market value assessment, where the rent can just go up to whatever fair market rent is in the future, which nobody knows, right? And it's never going to be less than. So it's always in the benefit for a tenant to have an option, because you never are obligated to take the option. And also, you're able to control your rent for, 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, as opposed to just having one finite 3-year lease or one finite 5-year lease, where let's say that location kills it, and that sixth year, the rent just goes up dramatically because you didn't have an option to extend. And, the original landlord sells it to an investor who wants to try to get as much rent as possible. Or, the landlord just, just raises the rent because he has the right to in that 6th year. And you have no way to govern or control that because you didn't have an option.